Hello student, good morning. I am Dr. Kumar Sinha, Professor of Chemistry. Today I am going to discuss water pollution. Last class I have finished air pollution. Now I am going to discuss water pollution. Water is essential for life. Without water there would be no life. We usually take water as a granted for its purity. But we must ensure the quality of water. Pollution of water originates from human activities through different paths. Through different paths, pollution reaches surface or groundwater. Easily identified sources or place of, pollution is called point source. Easily identified sources or place of pollution is called point source. As for example, municipal and industrial discharge pipes, where pollutants enter the water source. None source of pollution you can tell. None point source of pollution are those where a source of pollution cannot be easily identified. That is called non-point source. You can't identify. As for example, agricultural runoff from farm. You can't tell when that will come. Agricultural runoff, that is from the farm, animals and croplands. This is not identified. Acid rain also you can't identify. Storm water drainage, that is from streets, parking lots and lawns, we can't predict. Some sources I am telling you, that is a major water pollutants. What are the major water pollutants sources I am telling you? Okay. First pollutant I will tell, and then source. Pollutant like microorganism. Micro, M-I-C means a small organism. From where you will get microorganism? Then its source is domestic sewage. Domestic sewage is the source for microorganisms. And organic waste from where you will get? Then domestic sewage, animal excreta and waste. Organic waste you will get from domestic sewage, animal excreta and waste. Also you will get by decaying animals and plants. After when animal will die, that is called decaying animals and plants. From that also we will get organic waste. And also from discharge from food processing factories. Discharge from food processing factories. From there also you will get organic wastage. Okay, these are the main source of organic wastage. Plant nutrients from where you will get? Then that is the chemical fertilizers. From the chemical fertilizer you will get plant nutrient. Okay, and these plant nutrients are also pollutant. Now next pollutant, toxic heavy metals. How will you get? From where you will get toxic heavy metals? Then this you will get from industries. This toxic heavy metals you will get from industries and chemical factories. Sediments is also pollutant. From where you will get sediment? Then erosion of soil by agriculture and strip mining. This sediment, small particles, it will come and settle down somewhere, and that sediments you will get from erosion of soil from one place. In summer generally when this will be there, a storm will be there like that time, or a heavy blow, you can tell, air, that time this from one land soil from one land it will go to the other places. That is called erosion, also called soil erosion. Means soils sometimes from the fertile land, upper 3-inch land will be generally fertile. Then that in sometimes in flood, sometimes in when a storm will come, then soil from the fertile land it will go to the other places, and fertile will become infertile. Okay, that is also called soil erosion. Then sediments you will get from erosion of soil by agriculture and strip mining, through mining also. Now pesticides, how will you get pesticides? Pest control in plants. Some insect will come and that can destroy the plant. Okay, or some disease will take place in plants. Then to control these you can say disease by insect, or this particularly disease by insect only it will happen. Then pesticide is used. Pesticide, it will kill the insects. It will kill the insect, or you can say sometimes disease also can be controlled. That is called pesticides. Then pesticides you will get from chemicals used for killing insect, fungi and weeds. Just to control the fungi and weeds, chemicals are used. Weeds, WEEDS, grass-like things, grass-like plant, small. If you want to control, or just like you can say sometimes unwanted plants will be there. You want to remove it. Unwanted a small tree may be there or plant may be there small. You want to remove it. Just like in forest it happens. Many things will be unnecessarily grown. You want to clean it. And that time it is pesticide is used. Then pesticides, pollutant, you will get from chemicals used for killing insects, fungi and weeds. Radioactive substances, from where you will get? Radioactive is very dangerous. Radioactive substances are very dangerous. Sometimes you might have heard also, person was making so much precaution and he got cancer. Then what are the reasons if people are taking so much precaution, despite that cancer like disease takes place? Then what may be the reason? The reason is many reasons are there. One important reason I am telling you, that in room plaster is done, plaster is done in room, then there what will happen in cement? In cement, so many, you can say, particles will be there, like elements, some dangerous elements. As for example, in the with calcium, magnesium will be there, barium will be there, and sometimes radioactive material will be also present. Radioactive metal will be also present in the cement. As for example, barium, radioactive metal barium may be present with cement. Then now it is in your house only, because plaster has been done by cement, and in cement so many radioactive material may be there. Nobody will check all the things, simply they will use. That's why due to its radiation, disease like a cancer takes place. Then one reason I told you, generally radioactive substances you will get from mining of uranium containing minerals. Uranium containing minerals, radioactive uranium, their chances are more. Okay, other reasons are also there. Heat, how will you get heat? Heat is also pollutant. Heat. Then we will think how heat is a pollutant. Then now I am telling you, suppose this water like river, big river is there, suppose big rivers are there, and generally industries, they will make near the river where water is available. Near that they will make factories, industries near the river, so that they can get the water. Okay, they are using the water, that is not a problem. What they are doing, that their these things, wastewater, they will throw to that river only, from where they are getting. Hot water from industries or factories, they will send it to the rivers, and that river will not very big, but in that river many aquatic life will be there, like fishes and other lives. Then their temperature, which you were thinking that the temperature will be around 25 degree, now its temperature will be 35 degree, 40 degree. Then now you can say, due to this heat, many fishes or aquatic life will die. Then this is creating problem for the this fishes, aquatic life. Hence it is also, this heat you can consider as a pollutant. Then this heat you will get, that is the water used for cooling in industries. Okay, that hot things are there, they want to cool it, then they will use that water from the river, and again this warm water, it will go to the river, and in river that this fishes and other aquatic life will die. And this I have told about the some pollutant and sources from where you will get. Now I am telling about the cause of water pollution. Then here main reason is pathogens. Pathogens are the main reason of water pollution. Pathogen. The most serious water pollutants are the disease causing agents. Disease causing agents, that is called pathogens, like bacteria. And disease causing agents is called pathogens. Pathogens include bacteria and other organisms that enter water from domestic sewage and animal excreta. Animal excreta, just like a cow dung and like other animals' dung. Okay. Then this bacteria will come from that. Human excreta contain bacteria. Human excreta also contain bacteria such as Escherichia. Escherichia. This is the bacteria. Escherichia. And other is Streptococcus. Streptococcus phaliacils. Streptococcus phaliacils. These are the two bacteria. First I told you Escherichia coli, and this another I told you Streptococcus facilis. These are the these things, bacteria which is found in human excreta, which cause gastrointestinal disease. Means in the intestine this disease will take place. Okay. That these two bacteria I told you, Escherichia coli and other Streptococcus facilis. These are the bacteria question is asked. Now other source, other cause of this water pollutant, that is the organic waste. Organic waste is creating big problem. Okay. The other major water pollutant is organic matter such as leaves, grass, trash, etc., etc. These are the, you can say, organic matter, leaves, grass, trash. They pollute water as a consequence of runoff. Excessive phytoplankton. Phytoplankton means you have seen green plants, small green plants in, you might have seen in, you can say ponds or wherever water will be there, used thrown every time, there green material, green color material you will see. That is, or in ponds or rivers, that green material, green plant, small plant, that is called phytoplankton. That is called phytoplankton. Then phytoplankton growth within water is also a cause of water pollution. These wastes are biodegradable, means it can degrade. That is not a big problem, biodegradable. It can be degraded. Now other thing I am telling, the larger population of bacteria decomposes. Now you see how it is linked, how this bacteria is causing problem. I am telling you, okay, that these bacteria will create problem. How? Then listen. The large population of bacteria decomposes organic matter present in water. Correct? And they consume oxygen dissolved in water. This bacteria, if it is present in water, then to survive, they require oxygen. And in water some oxygen will be dissolved by natural process. That is called dissolved oxygen. Everywhere in water, particularly in old, you can say well, river, wherever water is there, then by the natural process some oxygen will be present, and that oxygen is called dissolved oxygen, DO, and this oxygen is used up by the aquatic life like fishes and other life present in water. They will use this oxygen for its survival. Then now if bacteria is present in water, then bacteria decomposes organic matter present in water and they consume oxygen dissolved in water. Hence in water oxygen will be less or will be not available for the fishes and other lives present in water, and they will die. The amount of oxygen that water can hold in the solution is limited. They can don't absorb too much water. Limited oxygen water will absorb. It will be present, limited, not more. In cold water, dissolved oxygen, DO, dissolved oxygen can reach a concentration up to 10 ppm, means so less, 10 parts per million. When per liter if it is not found, if per liter it is not found, then bigger unit, that is ppm, parts per million is used. Suppose in 1 liter oxygen is not found, then 1 ppm, parts per million they will consider, liter then million they will consider. Then you will find that okay, some oxygen is there. Just like in any competitive examination where seat is less and candidates are more, as for example civil services, UPSC examination, 10 lakhs of students are appearing in examination, but only around 900 they will qualify. Then if you will find out of 100 how many students qualified, then you will find no student qualified in 100. Then you will think 1000, then also will tell no, in 1000 also nobody is there. Then 10,000, then you will find 1-2 students are there. Then such type of situation is here. Parts per million, ppm is used only in that sense. Sometimes if it is not found in million, then billion is used, billion, parts per billion, ppb, parts per billion. Then here I am talking about this dissolved oxygen in ppm. It becomes in cold water, its concentration will be very, very less. It is found very less. It goes up to concentration goes up to very less, 10 ppm, 10 parts per million. Okay, also ppm you can understand 1 milligram per liter. Same sense, same meaning. 1 milligram per liter. Okay, now 1 milligram is very less, very less. Then it reaches to 10 ppm, means 10 milligram per liter. Okay, so less. Whereas oxygen in air, how much is there? Do you know? Oxygen in air, how much it is? Just to think. It is 2 lakh ppm. 2 lakh. 2 into 10 to the power 5. 2 lakh ppm. Then you see, in air, oxygen is 2 lakh. 2 into 10 to the power 5 ppm. But in water, it is 10 ppm, around 10 ppm. Then see that how much less is there in water. That is why even a moderate amount of organic matter, this is the reason I am telling you. That's why even a moderate amount of organic matter when decomposes in water can deplete the water of its dissolved oxygen. If organic matter is present there in water, then bacteria is there, then they will decompose. They will decompose this organic matter, and for this it requires oxygen. Means what this decomposition, organic matter, when it will decompose by bacteria, it requires oxygen. Hence they will take oxygen from the water only. Hence in water oxygen level will go down. You might have heard that in so many rivers sometimes fishes will die. After dying it will come up. Nobody will know what happened, why you can say this fishes died. Then many reason, means main reason is this only. Organic matter will be present there, and that organic matter for its decomposition requires oxygen, and they will take this oxygen only, dissolved oxygen. Hence oxygen will be not left out for these fishes. Then fishes will die, and they will, after death they will come up. And this I have told you why you can say sometimes fishes die. Many fishes will die at a time, and sometimes during a festival, means idol, we can say immersion they will do in puja, like and this Deepavali time, Dasara time, Ganesh Puja time, they will do immersion of a statue, goddess statue, in water. And in the nowadays they are using for idol, they will use color, they will use many color in a statue or idol. And when they will do immersion after the puja in any river, then see how much you can say this color, this colored matter went to the water, and so many you can say material also went to the river. Then now organic matter also it will go in that, inorganic and organic, all matter will go there. Then in colored substance generally heavy metals will be there. Heavy metals like maybe copper, cadmium, iron, cobalt, nickel. These heavy metals are present in colored substance. Hence colored substance one should not eat. Colored substance, sweets and others one should not eat. Okay, because they have this toxic nature metal, maybe cadmium, chromium, cobalt, nickel, copper, like that way, aluminum. Then this may harm the body. Then now when they can harm the human being, then why not for fishes? Then now if it is they are throwing to the river, then in river organic matter will decompose, more organic matter, then they require more oxygen to decompose. Then all oxygen present in water will be used up, and these fishes will die. All the other aquatic life who is present in water, living in water, all will die. This is the reason I am telling you why why you can say these fishes are dying. The concentration of dissolved oxygen in water is very important for aquatic life. If the concentration of dissolved oxygen of water is below 6 ppm, below 6 ppm means 6 milligram per liter, the growth of fish gets inhibited. They can't live. Okay, inhibited. Oxygen reaches water either through, how actually oxygen reaches to water? Then oxygen reaches water either through atmosphere or from the process of photosynthesis carried out by many aquatic green plants during daylight. Photosynthesis, you know that they absorb carbon dioxide. They absorb carbon dioxide and water vapor also in sunlight. And they also, this green material should be there. Then that time they will make food like these things, carbohydrate they will make like glucose, fructose, these things they will make. And in also they will make inside oxygen gas they will release. Carbon dioxide they are absorbing, and they, after making this glucose and fructose, some oxygen will be also they will release. Then if in water some plants are there, then they will also do photosynthesis process, and that oxygen will be absorbed by the water. Then through air also it will absorb, through photosynthesis also it will absorb. Then this is the process, natural process, how oxygen is dissolving in water. Okay, and this happens only in daytime. Photosynthesis always takes place in daytime only. Here only I want to tell you, you should know both positive and negative points. In daytime, plant and trees they will release oxygen gas, but in a night, the process will be reversed. It will release carbon dioxide, not the oxygen. In a night, after sunset means 6 o'clock around, when sun is not there, that time it releases carbon dioxide. That's why in the night one should not go in the garden. One should not go in the garden, and one should not sleep under the tree in the night, because now that time all plants will release carbon dioxide. And you can also understand how oxygen and carbon dioxide are going to be balanced in our atmosphere. Correct? This is the natural process. One time they are absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen, but in the night they are releasing carbon dioxide. Then if forests are if forest area is more, then what will happen? They will release more oxygen and they will release more carbon dioxide also. In any day, that's why just near in our house, people are not knowing many things. Near the window, one should not grow any plants. But some people will keeping only that, okay, they will release oxygen. But in the night, that's why they should not grow very close to the this window. They should maintain some distance, so that air should go outside. Carbon dioxide also should go outside. But when it will go to the oxygen will go outside, then it will maintain the atmospheric all the things, percentage of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and in return you will get oxygen also. Okay, but if carbon dioxide whole night CO2 it will release, then you can understand problem. Then this I have told you positive and negative point of photosynthesis. Okay. However, during night photosynthesis stops. This process stops, but the plants continue to respire, resulting in a reduction of dissolved oxygen. In the night also they want oxygen. this fishes and other things, in night also respiration process will not stop like us. They also require oxygen. Then if they will not get oxygen, then they will die. Okay. Then this plants continue to respire in the night also, and results in reduction of dissolved oxygen, because they will take only from the water, then oxygen present in the water will become less. The dissolved oxygen is also used by microorganisms to oxidize organic matter. Organic matter actually when decomposes, that is called oxidation. Then for the oxidation, oxygen is required. Very simple way. For the oxidation, oxygen is required. But who will do the work of this decomposition? Then by bacteria, microorganisms. Hence, microorganisms also require oxygen. If too much of organic matter is added to water, all the available oxygen is used up. This causes oxygen dependent aquatic life to die. They will die. Thus, aromatic, aerobic and anaerobic, two types of bacteria are there. Aerobic and anaerobic bacteria. Aerobic bacteria means it requires oxygen. It requires oxygen. Anaerobic means they don't want oxygen. Then now I am talking about anaerobic, which don't want oxygen. If too much of organic matter is added to water, all the available oxygen is used up. This causes oxygen dependent aquatic life to die. Thus, anaerobic bacteria which do not require oxygen begin to break down the organic waste and produce chemicals that have a foul smell. If oxygen will be not there, then anaerobic bacteria will do all the things. They will produce chemicals that have a foul smell, which you don't like, and are harmful to human health. Aerobic bacteria means who require oxygen. Aerobic bacteria degrade these organic waste and keep the waste depleted in dissolved oxygen. Okay, they require oxygen. Then by this process, by both process, you can tell if air is not there, then anaerobic bacteria will work. If this is there, aerobic is there, then they will use oxygen. Then like that way, in water, oxygen will be less. Thus the amount of oxygen required by bacteria require oxygen to break down the organic matter present in a certain volume of sample of water, and this oxygen, amount of oxygen which is required by bacteria to break down the organic matter present in a certain volume of sample of water. This is called BOD, biological oxygen demand. BOD, biological oxygen demand. Question is asked. Okay, what is the BOD? Then BOD is the amount of oxygen required by bacteria to break down the organic matter present in a certain volume of a sample of water. Okay, this is actually called BOD, biological oxygen demand. The amount of BOD in the water is a measure of the amount of organic material in the water. If BOD value is more, it means in that sample of water that more organic matter is present. That is the measure of the BOD. BOD is more. It means organic material present in water is more. Okay. And this I told about the BOD. The BOD in the water is a measure of amount of organic material in the water in terms of how much oxygen will be required to break it down biologically. Clean water would have BOD value. Clean water BOD value will be very less. It is around less than 5 ppm. Less than 5 ppm BOD value. Then BOD value is less means now organic material is not there. Okay. Whereas highly polluted water could have a BOD value of 17 ppm or more. 17 ppm or more highly polluted water. This I have told you about these things. Organic wastage. Now come to the third important, that is the chemical pollutants. As we know that water is an excellent solvent. Water soluble inorganic chemicals. What are the inorganic chemicals? I am telling now. Water soluble inorganic chemicals that include heavy metals such as cadmium, mercury, nickel, etc., etc., constitute an important class of pollutants. All these metals are dangerous. All these metals are dangerous to humans because our body cannot excrete them. It will be inside body only, it will not come out. Over the time it crosses the tolerance limit. Body has a tolerance limit. After that, when its concentration will be more, then what it will do, that is very, very, you can say, dangerous. Okay. Over the time it crosses the tolerance limit. These metals then can damage kidney, central nervous system, our liver, they can damage. Acids, what they will do? Acids like sulfuric acids from mines, it is coming from mines, drainage, and salts will come from many different sources, including raw salt. Raw salt used to melt snow. To melt the snow, salt is used, and also to melt the ice, salt is used. Then that salt, it will come to the you can, particularly in colder places, climate, these salts are used to melt because they will be in the solid form. Then if they want to melt it, then salt they are using, then that salt creates problem. And okay, and in this salt, sodium may be there, calcium may be there, sodium chloride, calcium chloride, then excess of everything is bad. Then these are the water soluble pollutants. This is called water soluble chemical pollutant. Okay. Now the organic chemicals are another group of substances that are found in polluted water. Petroleum, as for example, that is organic compound. Petroleum products pollute many sources of water, as for example, major oil spills in oceans. Other organic substances with serious impacts are the pesticides that drift down from sprays or from runoff from lands. Various industrial chemicals like PCB just like a DDT, PCB is there. PCB polychlorinated biphenyls. Polychlorinated biphenyls. This is the harmful chemicals, very harmful chemicals, PCB, which are used as a cleaning solvent. So cleaning solvent, that for cleaning purpose solvent is required. Then they will use this PCB only, polychlorinated biphenyls. Okay, and these are very, very harmful. Even the detergents and fertilizers add to the list of water pollutant. Detergent also, fertilizers also. PCB are suspected to be these things carcinogenic, cancer producing material. See, PCB is cancer, it can create cancer also in human body. PCBs are suspected to be carcinogenic substance. Nowadays, most of the detergents available are biodegradable nowadays. However, their use can create other problems. The bacteria responsible for degrading biodegradable detergents feed on it. That bacteria, these are the food for them, feed on it, means on detergent. This is creating again problem. And grow rapidly. This bacteria will grow rapidly in presence of detergent. While growing, they may use up all the oxygen dissolved in water. This is a problem. They will grow. When they will grow, they will use, they require oxygen. Then they will use this oxygen from the water. Then this lack of oxygen kills all other forms of aquatic life, such as fish and plants. Fertilizers contain phosphate. You might have heard the name of fertilizer. In that, phosphate fertilizer. We are telling name itself is a phosphate fertilizer. Then phosphates are present there. Fertilizers contain phosphates as additives. Then what it will do? The addition of phosphates in water enhances algae growth. Algae will grow. Then such profuse growth, algae will grow more and more. It also requires oxygen. Such profuse growth of algae covers the water surface and reduces the oxygen concentration in water. This leads to a anaerobic conditions, means oxygen will be not available. Commonly with accommodation of obnoxious decay. And animal death. This algae will create death, obnoxious decay and animal death who are living in the plant. Thus, bloom infested water, bloom, BLOOM, the bloom in infested water inhibits the growth of other living organism in the water body. Means bloom infested water means oxygen level is less. That creates problem for aquatic life. Thus, process in which, now listen carefully, question is asked. Then this you have seen due to the phosphate problem algae is creating. Okay, algae is creating a big problem. Then here water level is again going down. Then this process in which nutrient enriched water bodies, nutrient enriched means quantity will be more, that is called enriched, more quantity. The process in which nutrient enriched water bodies supports a dense plant population, like algae will grow more and more, which kills animals' life by depriving it of oxygen and results in subsequent loss of biodiversity. This is not known as eutrophication. Eutrophication. Question is asked, what is the eutrophication? eutrophication. Eutrophication. Then eutrophication means when in water that phosphate or other, you can say, this minerals will be more, particularly phosphate. Then algae will produce more, and when algae will produce more, then they will kill other you can say animals and fishes, aquatic life present in water. Then now this will, due to that biodiversity, there is a loss of biodiversity means now we will not get plants and trees like that. Correct? Plant and tree which is found in water, that you will get due to this eutrophication, there will be biodiversity. Means now you will not get all the things in a normal way. Plants, trees, all the things you will not get. Okay, then this is actually called eutrophication. Then this I have discussed about this cause of water pollution. Now I am going to tell about what should be the, you can say, these things. Some standard should be there which must be present in water. It should not be less than that. It should not be should be more than that limit. That is the international standard for drinking water. You must know. All should know. Okay, that because all of us are drinking water, then water should be soft. Water should be soft. It should not be hard water or polluted water. Then at least few things we should know. Standard, international standard for drinking water, all should know. Then first I am telling you fluoride, just like chloride, bromide, iodide, fluoride is there, and you know that fluoride is very reactive, very reactive. But despite it is reactive, very small quantity of fluoride is required in water. Okay, around 1 ppm is required, maximum 2 ppm, not more than 2 ppm. Okay, then this is the standard limit for drinking. For drinking purposes, water should be tested for fluoride ion concentration. Its deficiency in drinking water is harmful to man and cause disease such as tooth decay. If in water fluoride is not present, then tooth decay will take place. Means your tooth will break down easily. It will be very weak. Tooth decay. That is you can say, due to its deficiency, it causes tooth decay in man and causes disease such as I told you, tooth decay. And if it is found in more quantity, then what will happen? If it is found in more quantity, then how will it affect to the teeth? Fluorosis, one term is there, disease name is fluorosis, fluorosis, fluorosis. Then in this disease, if fluoride is more, then tooth will be colorful. tooth will be colorful. This type of water is available in Madhya Pradesh and in Rajasthan. These type of waters are reported, where it is found in more quantity. Less quantity is required, but not more. Then this I have told you, soluble fluoride. Soluble fluoride is often added to drinking water. It is added to bring the concentration up to 1 ppm or 1 milligram per liter should be there. Hence it is mixed if it is not available. Generally everywhere fluoride is not present, hence it is required. But somewhere it is found in more quantity, there one should not drink that water. Okay. The fluoride ions make the enamel on the teeth much harder by converting hydroxyapatite. Hydroxyapatite, remember, that is its chemical formula is Ca3PO4 whole 2. Ca3PO4 whole 2, calcium phosphate. But calcium is also there, calcium OH whole 2. Ca3PO4 whole 2, CaOH whole 2. This is called hydroxyapatite. Then total its formula is 3 outside Ca3PO4 whole 2, CaOH whole 2. Then OH whole 2 is there. Then that's why it is called hydroxyapatite. Then it is present in enamel of the teeth. Due to that, teeth is actually in our whole body. Teeth is the strongest. But why it is the strongest, so strong? Then due to this enamel. On this enamel, these chemicals are present. Hydroxyapatite, it will be present on the enamel. In the that is actually calcium phosphate, calcium hydroxide. It is present on the teeth as a enamel. Then if on this fluoride ion will come, then this will be further stronger. Otherwise it will be weak. Then this hydroxyapatite, it will, in the presence of fluoride, it will convert to hydroxy will convert to the fluoride, means now it will become 3Ca3PO4 whole 2. It is common, but now CaOH whole 2, now it converted to CaF2, calcium fluoride. Then this is the harder enamel. Tooth will be strong. The enamel on the surface of the teeth, I told you, this harder fluorapatite will be formed. This 3Ca3PO4 to CaF2 will be formed. From hydroxy, now you can say fluoroapatite, which is harder than this harder enamels, you can tell. Harder enamels, it will make the tooth very strong. It will not allow to decay. Then this I told you the benefit of fluoride ion. Generally all knows demerit. Okay, all will tell about the demerit of fluorine, negative point. I told one positive point, very very important point. That's why once upon a time when a paste was coming, paste name was fluoride only, toothpaste, fluoride toothpaste. Now it is banned because they were using more fluoride. Then more fluoride is not good. Okay, but here I am telling you again about negative point. Fluoride ion concentration above 2 ppm, more than 2 ppm, means 2 milligram per liter. Okay, above 2 ppm causes a brown mottling of teeth. It will turn to brown color, sometimes colorful. Already I told you fluorosis will take place, disease name, question is asked. At the same time, excess fluorides over 10 ppm, if it is more than 10 ppm, 10 milligram per liter, causes harmful effect to bones. It is harmful effect to bones and teeth, as reported from some parts of Rajasthan. Even it can take bone cancer also. It affects the bone, because in bone, calcium, bone is calcium phosphate. Then in our body, main you can say thing is the bone only, bone. And if it will be harmful due to this fluorine, then it create problem for us. Okay. And disease name fluorosis, fluorosis, SIS, fluorosis disease takes place. Now I am talking about the lead. Drinking water gets contaminated with lead when lead pipes are used for transportation of water. The prescribed upper limit concentration of lead in drinking water is about 50 ppb, 50 ppb billion, 50 ppb parts per billion. It should not cross that. Lead can damage kidney if it is more than 50 ppb billion parts per billion. It can damage kidney, liver, reproductive system. Okay, hence in water lead should not be there. If it is there, it should be very, very less. Now sulfate. Come to the sulfate. Excessive sulfate means more than 500 ppm. Sulfate is required but not too much. Excessive sulfate means more than 500 ppm in drinking water causes a laxative effect. Otherwise, at moderate levels, it is harmful. Okay, it should be less. If it is more than that, at moderate temperature, at moderate levels, I am talking about, not temperature, at moderate levels, it is harmful. It should be less. Okay. Laxative effect. It is called laxative effect. Means if it is more than excessive sulfate in drinking water causes laxative effect. Question is asked. Otherwise, at moderate levels, it is harmful. Now come to the nitrate. The maximum limit of nitrate in drinking water is 50 ppm, 50, just like a lead. No, the lead is a ppb, it is ppm. That is more dangerous. ppb, this nitrate should be not more than 50 ppm. Okay. Nitrate in water, it should be less than 50 ppm. Excess nitrate in drinking water can cause disease, such as disease name is blue baby syndrome, and its a chemical name is methemoglobinemia. That is the chemical's name. Methemoglob, or you can tell methemoglobinemia, just like anemia. Now that is the binemia, bi. Methemoglobinemia. Other name is commonly it is known as blue baby syndrome. This is due to the nitrate. Question is asked. What is the blue baby syndrome? Effect of nitrate, excessive effect of nitrate. Other metals I am telling you that also you should know. That is the iron. Iron means per liter how much it should be there. I am telling you. Iron is required, you know that in our body iron is required, but not excessive. It should be 0.2 milligram per liter, means 0.2 ppm, 0.2 ppm only. 0.2 ppm only, means 0.2 milligram per liter. Manganese Mn is also very less, it is required very less manganese, that is a 0.05 ppm, 0.05 milligram per liter, both are same, ppm and milligram per liter, both are same. And aluminum just like iron, 0.2 only ppm. Copper is required in more quantity, that's why actually you should put water in a copper utensil. You use copper utensils and keep whole night. Water you keep in the copper utensils for whole night. Morning you can use, or that water you can use, because in that copper may dissolve and it will come to you. Copper is required, you can say, in more quantity than iron. That is the 3 ppm, 3.0 milligram per liter. And Zn is also required. Zinc, actually they will, copper and zinc, they will make our immune system very strong. If any virus and bacteria will attack to you, foreign bacteria and virus, now they have seen corona and this, that, then they will kill them very easily. Hence, those whose immune system was strong, nothing happened to anybody. Then zinc is also required in more quantity, that is the 5.0 ppm, means milligram per liter, 5 milligram per liter. Okay. Zn also, Zn is 5 milligram per liter, and copper is 3 milligram per liter. And cadmium is also required, but in very, very less quantity, because it is more toxic, and it is required, its limit is 0.005, 0.005, that is a milligram per liter cadmium. In Andhra Pradesh, rice from Andhra Pradesh, in their soil, this cadmium is found in more quantity, and so one should be careful. But cadmium is there, cadmium requirement is less, 0.005, should not be more, because it is toxic. All heavy metals are toxic. Then I have discussed this water pollution completely. I have also told about the standard limit, standard maximum limit also I told you, international standard I told you. Now I am stopping only here. Next class I will discuss soil pollution. Thank you.